Who am I with today?
My name is Ako Cromwell. I'm the Director of Security for the AME Church.
Director of Security.
Yes.
How long have you been the Director of Security?
Now for 5 years, I think.
5 years. So what's your job? What do you do?
I do training. I help to make the plans for security whenever we have big meetings and big events. I help to make sure that everybody understands what the rules and parameters are when we have limits on things like elections, but also just to make sure that people have information and feel secure wherever they're worshiping as AMEs.
Why does it matter?
Because a church should always be a place where you feel safe and secure and comfortable. And I think that it's very important that we feel that way wherever we are, regardless of the language, regardless of the country. It's important to feel safe and secure as we worship.
What have been the highlights of your job in the 5 years you've been serving?
One of the things that I have enjoyed most is the General Conference in Columbus, and of course, we will have another coming up in Kansas City, Missouri. But the large events, making sure that everyone comes, feels safe, comfortable, secure, welcome. That's something that's very big for me, making sure that we always have people feel welcome and at ease when they are in church.
What have been the challenges?
Different politics. Sometimes different countries have different rules and limitations. Sometimes the laws, the practices are different because you have many, many different cultures in 42 countries. And you have different laws even within our United States. And not everybody can operate and feel secure the same way. So I have to modify for every location to make sure everybody is within their laws but still feel safe.
How do you comply with those laws?
How do I answer?
How do you make sure that you comply with the laws?
Absolutely. I have to research the laws for each place in order to make sure that the church is staying safe and secure but still within the laws for those different places. So I have to do my homework to make sure that everybody is safe and secure.
And that's tiring.
It's good, it's rewarding, but it can be challenging, yes.
So how do you deal with that anxiety or feeling tired?
I try to rest when I can.
What can you say to young people who feel scared, but they don't know how to deal with their fears?
It's a very good question because we have different people of different ages, and our YPDers should still have very good practices of how to feel safe and secure in your different countries. And the rules are different, but also in your practices when you're talking to people on the internet and making sure that your information is safe and that you're not sharing it with people who would try to exploit or do you harm. So it's very important to have good information to all of the church, regardless of age, but especially to young people who don't know yet the things that they need to do to stay safe.
When did you start your career as a security?
I started as a police officer in Georgia, near Atlanta, in the United States. But then I worked for the United States Department of State for diplomatic security, and I did that for 20 years. So I have more than 30 years, almost 32 years with law enforcement and protection and security, and now I'm applying it to the church.
Oh, 20 years.
32 years
32 years.
total.
How do you maintain that consistency?
Well, the rules change as you continue learning, and as the laws change, as technology changes, you have to modify in order to meet the changing demands. Artificial intelligence also is a part of how we have to deal with things. So it's very different in how we have to change with the times and stay safe and secure.
So you're not outdated.
I hope not. I don't think that I will ever be 100% up with every single change because as we speak right now, technology and attacks are changing. Cybersecurity, people trying to get into our computers and get our information, that's changing right now. So the things that I tell people are generally good practices so that they can be safe and secure. But the specific threats and how to deal with them with the computer systems and cybersecurity, that all changes. So we try to address the threats and have people think about what they're doing with their information and their practices.
Mm. Okay, what can you say to young people wanting to get into security?
Um, Make sure that you stay in school, make sure that you study your information very well, but the information always changes. So you have to make sure that you're very focused with that and stay out of trouble. Because if you get into trouble in your different countries and your different legal systems, then you won't be able to do that job because uh, you won't have a clean record in order to be able to work in some of these things.
But young people are always seeking trouble.
Trouble tends to follow all of us if we are not careful. Yes.
Uh-huh. But some are like intentional. I want to mess up. I want to.
Yes. You have to think about it and stay focused and pray and try to do right. It's easy to do the wrong thing, but it's hard to stay on a good path sometimes.
Oh,
Yes.
so they must maintain that they must be intentional about staying out of trouble.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
information.
I appreciate it.
That was a good one.